We are in the midst of losing our country. Too many of us are rewarding the left by submitting to their tactics of violence and intimidation. If we do not remain brave and bold, I promise you, we will lose this election. We will lose our country. Look at what's going on in Michigan's Wayne County, where the election board refused to certify the election results for Detroit. The reason? Because absentee ballot poll books are out of balance in 70% of Detroit's 134 counting stations without explanation, meaning the ballot count does not match the voter rolls. What more evidence of fraud do you need? But 2 hours after refusing to certify the results, the two Republicans on the board reversed course last night. They certified it. The reality is they bowed to the angry mob that overwhelmed the public comment phase of the certification process. Wayne State University Administrator Ned Stabler's disgusting comments went viral last night. Take a look.
But just know when you try to sleep tonight that millions of people around the world now on Twitter know the name Monica Palmer and William Hartman as two people completely racist and without an understanding of what integrity means or a shred of human decency.
You hear what he says? When you try to sleep tonight, that implies people will be banging down your door. No one deserves this kind of treatment, and yet, after all the cries of racism, even in the face of evidence of real fraud, the left-wing social media goons picked the white guy from Detroit, Ned Stabler, as their viral video spokesperson of the night. But there were plenty of potentially viral moments to choose from, all disappointing. Let me show you what these two Republicans were really up against before they caved to the despicable showing of intimidation by Detroit Democrats.
We are going to come for your heads. You guys are not right. You are unethical.
Your issue, William Hartman and Monica Palmer, is that you're racist.
We're no longer going to sit around and let white people take advantage of black people. Your day is coming. Have a good day.
We are still live streaming to make sure your racism and bigotry is permanently on the public record.
If she did not want to take this lashing, she should have voted to certify these votes.
Do you see what their method is here? We are coming for your heads. Your day is coming. If you don't want to take this lashing, then do what we demand. That, folks, is not democracy. It is mob rule, and it won last night in Michigan. I only use last night's events as an example because this is happening across the country. Just talk to Trump supporters. They'll all tell you, leading up to the election, they were afraid to put a Trump-Pence sign in their front yard, fearing vandals would destroy their homes or cars. People who put Biden signs out had nothing to fear, and everyone out there knows it. Try eating on a patio in a major city in America, and you risk being terrorized by Black Lives Matter rioters on the warpath. Though you put a BLM shirt on, and guess what? You can walk down the street freely, free of fear. Carry a flag, though. Wear a red hat or a red shirt. You risk being sucker punched. This is what we call the silencing of conservative America, and it is well underway. The intimidation is stifling freedom, the freedom to even do what is right. That's what happened in Wayne County. In the face of false results, pervasive and systematic fraud, 234 sworn affidavits by those who say they witnessed election tampering, the board bowed down and certified the election anyway, passing the buck and calling on the state to investigate. Good luck in Governor Whitmer's Michigan. This is a woman who actually applauded the intimidation that I just showed you.
I just want to give kudos to all of the activists who organized and waited in line to have their comments heard. I think that they really changed the outcome here. And I have every expectation that as this goes to the State Board of Canvassers next week, that the process of finalizing the results will be completed.
Kudos to the activists. They were making threats. Yes, the governor of Michigan, like most of her fellow radicals in power, approve of the threatening tactics. It's why those tactics now flourish in this country. Once again, the intimidators can claim victory. Yes, folks, it takes courage to stand up to this vile, un-American behavior. But as long as we freedom-loving Americans have freedom in this country, I implore you, you must stand up to it. Because if you don't, they win and America loses. And that, folks, is just not an option that I'm okay with, and I'm sure you're not either.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.